Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In last video we discussed about how to communicate to PC in different VLANs using the access port, and today we will see how we will communicate to PCs in different VLAN without a layer 2 device using the trunk port. So here is the topology. We have given two switches, switch 1 and switch 2, which are connected with each other via trunk port, and switch 1 is connected to PC 0, which is in VLAN 10. Switch 2 is connected to PC 1, which is in VLAN 20. Now first we will make this link as a trunk. I have not made it as a trunk. So what we will do, config T, this port is F0/1. Let me enable the port so you can see the port number. Okay, so the port is F0/1. So we click here, interface F0/1. The command is very simple. We will give switch port mode trunk. You can see the port is like, now it is changed to orange color. It is negotiating with the other end because we have not enabled anything on other side, and by default this is access, and when we enable trunk on one side it will auto negotiate the other port, and other port will also become trunk. So we can see if it is become trunk or not if we run the command show interface trunk. So you can see the port F0/1 is using the encapsulation .1q and the status is trunking, and by default what VLANs are allowed on this trunk is from 1 to 1005. So we can check on the other end on switch 2. So this port has become up. We can check if this port is in trunk mode or not. So you can see the mode is here is auto because on other side we have just enabled the trunk, and the mode is on because we have manually made it trunk. On other side it is auto, it is negotiating, N is for negotiating, .1q encapsulation, and it is also in trunk. So we don't need to make it as a trunk, but it is always recommended to use manual method on both side. So I will also make it as manual trunk, switch port mode trunk. So both sides are trunk. We can check the status now. So the mode is on, encapsulation is .1q and trunking, and here the native VLAN on both sides is 1. So now this is our question. Both sides are layer 2 switch, they are connected by trunk. We have two PC. The PC1 has IP 10.1.1.1, other PC has IP 10.1.2. They are in same subnet but in different VLAN. Are they able to communicate? Let's try. We'll check if we can communicate with other end or not. Okay, the first packet is dropped, request timeout. Let's see for the other packet. Other packet is also dropped. Third packet is also dropped. So it's not working, right? So we will see why it is not working. So what can do, we can use the simulation mode in packet tracer and check what is happening here. So what we will do, we again use the same command and check how the packet is following and how where it is dropping. So here we see it has generated two packets. The one packet is ICMP, that is ping request. The other packet is ARP request. Because it is the first time PC 0 is going to connect with PC 1, it doesn't have MAC address of this one, and for connecting into layer 2 device it should know the MAC address of other device. So it has generated ARP request to know what is the MAC address of this PC. So the ARP request has been generated. If we see the ARP packet, we can see it is outbound PDU which is generated by PC. So here we can see it is Ethernet frame without any tagging. If it is tagged, it will be 80.1Q, but here we can see it is untagged without any ID. So here we can see this type is this type tell us what type of packet it is carrying on upper layer. Like what is in the upper layer means it's 806 means it's ARP packet. If it is 8100, then it is a IPv4 packet. So here is the source MAC and destination MAC. It doesn't know. That's why it is 000. So let's see what happened next. The ARP request is sent to switch. Switch has received the ARP. Now there are two in PDUs. One is inbound, which is received on this port, and one is outbound PDU, which is on F0/1. So on F0/2, if we see, when it is received on this port, it is coming as Ethernet packet, means Ethernet frame. It doesn't tag anything. When it come to this switch, it is got tagged with VLAN 10. We can check in outbound, because trunk, what is the characteristics of trunk? Trunk carry the tag traffic, means the switch is tagged this frame as VLAN 10. Here you see now it is tagged as .1Q, and it's sent out of a trunk port. So here you can see TCI. This TCI value is telling us which VLAN ID it is carrying. It is in hexadecimal, and if you convert 000A in hexadecimal, it means VLAN 10. So it is carrying VLAN 10. What happened next? Because the trunk can carry the tag traffic, it is sending on the switch 2, but on switch 2 it is dropping the packet, because the inbound PDU is carrying a tag traffic with VLAN 10. But on switch 2, it check all its interface and check it doesn't have any VLAN 10 where it has to send, because there is no port configured with VLAN 10, so it dropped it here. So that's why it is the ping request is not working between PC0 and PC1. To make it work, we must use a layer 3 device. But here's a catch: we want to use only the layer 2 device and want to communicate. So what we can do, if you remember in the last video, we use the access port. We make this port as VLAN 10 and make this port as VLAN 20 in access port, and they are able to communicate, because when we make them as the access port, the traffic is going out of this port as a untagged. And if you know about the concept of native VLAN carry the untagged traffic. So while using the link between the switches as trunk and using the native VLAN concept, we can make it happen. Because by default on the both switch, native VLAN is 1, but we want to tag it as VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 to make it communicate, and using the native VLAN. So what we can do, we will use our old concept to make it untag. What we'll do, we will make native VLAN 10 on F0/1 and native VLAN 20 on F0/1. Then on switch 2, then it will work. So how we will do it? So we will close the simulation mode. What we will do, on switch 1, we will configure native VLAN as 10, switch port, trunk, native VLAN. We are changing the by default native VLAN as VLAN 10, so it can carry the traffic with VLAN 10 and it will be untagged. Okay, now we are getting like an error here. We will check it. First we will enable, we need to change the native VLAN here also to make it communicate. Now we will do switch port, trunk, native VLAN 20. Okay, now on both sides we have changed the VLAN. We will check with the command show interface trunk. Now you can see the native VLAN is 10 and before it was 1. We will check if we have, okay, here before it was 1, now it is native VLAN is 10. On another side, if we check show interface trunk, here the native VLAN is 20. Okay, let this port come up, then we will check it is working or not by making it communicate again. Here we are getting native VLAN mismatch. This is the error we are getting because on both the switches we are using different VLAN. It is recommended to use the same native VLAN on both sides. It is not coming up, so what we can do one thing. We can make it shut and no shut. Shut. Okay, now we will check, it will come up. Because here we are using spanning tree, that's why it is taking time to convert from green to orange. Then first it was red, then orange, then green. Okay, both are green. Now we will check it is working or not. Are we able to communicate now or not? Okay, the first packet is dropped. Second packet is dropped. Okay, it is not working again. So we will check why it is not working. Okay, it is not working. So we will check why it is not working. So here you can see we are getting native VLAN mismatch error. And if we check, we got some error of spanning tree PVID error. Receive BPDU with inconsistent peer VLAN ID. VLAN 10 or like because we have on on both sides we are using different native VLAN, that's why we are getting this spanning tree error and it has blocked something. Let's check. If we run command show spanning tree, here because we are using here two VLANs, VLAN 1 as a default and VLAN 10. Here if you can see on VLAN 10 this bridge is root. Okay, on other switch we will check what is the status for VLAN 20. Show spanning tree. For VLAN 20 this bridge is root. Now we can see both the switches are consider itself as root, and that's why we are not able to communicate because the port, if you check the status of the port, it is blocked here because on both sides we have used different native VLAN, and because of this different native VLAN it make this link in block state and nothing is forwarding on. This link is in green state but still the port is blocked due to this error per VLAN ID inconsistent. It blocked this port on both sides. If you check on this side, this is block, it is in block state because other side is sending a BPDU as saying I am the bridge, I am the root. This side is also sending like BPDU, I am the root, and both are receiving higher superior BPDU, and that's why it make the port in block state because of the inconsistency to avoid the loops. So make it work, what we can do, we can like ignore the BPDU on this interface, then we will check. Okay, spanning tree, we'll check what is the command. we can use BPDU card. Do not accept BPDU card. Enable. Let's check it will work or not on both sides. Otherwise we'll check some other method. Okay, on the switch 2 we have enabled, on switch 1 we have to enable. Okay, the switch port is down. The packet tracer, it's not like working. It make the port down. Okay, on other side we can remove this command because it's make the other switch not working. Let's try one more time if it's working. No, it is hanged. Spanning tree, BPDU card, we have enabled it, we will disable it. Okay, now it is working. The switch 1 is working or not, we'll check. Okay, it's working now. That's why the spanning tree is very important. So it is this command is not working, so I have another command. We can do one thing, we can make spanning tree. We'll check what option we have. Okay, we can check VLAN 20 here and can check what command we can enable. Okay, we have not checked which spanning tree it is working on. It is using show spanning tree summary. It is using PVST mode spanning tree. Okay, we will use RSTP, then we'll check if it will work or not. Config T, spanning tree mode, rapid PVST on both sides. We'll do this on both sides. Spanning tree mode, RST mode. Okay, we know the reason of the error because both are considered as their self as root. That's why that port become inconsistent. Now you can check the port F0/2 in forwarding state. On both end we will check show spanning tree. Okay, now the port is in forwarding state. Now we will check if show IP interface brief. The port is showing as a down. Let it config T interface F0/1. Now shut. Config T interface F0/1. Now shut. I think there's something happened on this topology. It's not working. like it is not coming up. Actually this command always which vmode rapid pvst, it has removed that port from the spanning tree on both sides, so it should come up. Show interface status. Okay, it is showing as not connected. Let it do one thing. We will remove this link and re-add it because there's some error in there's always some error in packet tracer. It is showing as a down. Nothing is working, so what we can do, we will recycle all the device, but we have not saved the config on the switches, so I have to like reconfigure the board port as a trunk. Okay, let's see, it is coming up. Show, let's check show interface trunk. Okay, let's firstly configure the port. Switch port mode trunk, on both side made it trunk. Config T. Port mode trunk. Okay, both the port, let it come up. Okay, one port is up on one side. Show interface trunk. Show interface trunk. Okay, on both sides native VLAN is 1. Now what we will do, we will make this interface in VLAN trunk native VLAN 10. Now again we are starting getting the error, just ignore it for now. Spanning tree trunk. Okay, the switch port trunk native VLAN 20. Okay, we have made it. Okay, let's check. Show interface trunk in 10. Show interface trunk, it's 20. Okay, now if we check the spanning tree, if the port is blocked or not. Show spanning tree. Spanning tree. See, this port is blocked because there is an inconsistency, like we see before. Okay, here it is in. Okay, again we will check. On one side it is forwarding, on other side it is blocking, still it will not work. So what we will do, we can make it is like remove from spanning tree. There's two method. We can like we can do one thing, we can like avoid this port from the spanning tree. No spanning tree VLAN 10. It is the same way which we do like enabling the rapid RSTP. It will also remove this port from spanning tree. No spanning tree VLAN 20. Okay, like show spanning tree. Only one is running. Show spanning tree. Okay, these are for VLAN 1, not for VLAN 10 or 20. Okay, so I think now it should work. We'll check. We will enable the simulation mode as well. To check if the packet is following as a tagged or untagged. It is sending the ARP request. Now forward it here. Now we will check. See, here inbound is untagged, on outbound is also untagged, and we can see there is no tagging of VLAN 10. It is sending as a native VLAN which is untagged. The ARP request is forwarding to switch 2. In the previous scenario it is dropping, now it is like replying the ARP request. So the ICMP packet is going now. If you check in any packet, it will be like untagged. Everything is sending as untagged traffic now. So if we check the request, if we stop it, now you can see the second PC is replying now, because we have removed that port from spanning tree which is blocking the port. If we try to ping 10.1.1.1 from here, it is pinging now. So in this way we can make it work. So just remember this thing. If we are using trunk on layer 2 switch, it will work. If it work, if you are using trunk on layer 2 switch, between two switch, communication between PCs will work using native VLANs. So you have also learned this thing. If we are using different native VLAN on both, and it will give us error and it will block the port. So always if you are getting this type of error, so you can check on both sides if the native VLAN is same or not. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have learned something from this video, please like and subscribe my channel. It will motivate me to bring more videos for you. Thank you so much for watching.